Hey guys, what's up? I've been driving the ID4 for about 3 months now, and I've been receiving a lot of questions from you guys. We've all heard about the software issues that this car has. My car has some minor issues as well, but I got an email from the dealership this week saying that I will be invited for an update soon. So I'm very curious what that will bring, and of course I will keep you updated on that. But today I will focus on some questions that I have been receiving about many other issues, or just questions really. So let's find out. Well, first off, Bjarne has asked me, is it possible to fit 3 kids in the back seat? And of course I've done some measurements earlier in another video, but as you can see, I've tried to measure it again. I think this is perhaps the tightest bit, and as you can see it's about 1 meter 17 centimeters or so. Next question is from Robert. Robert has asked me, can you tell me a bit more about the panel gaps of the car? So that's probably about the build quality and the road noise. Well, about the panel gaps, I saw the ID3 about 6 months ago, and I noticed back then that some panel gaps were not very well mounted in the factory, but after 3 months I can say that the panel gaps on the ID4 are very well aligned, and I have noticed no particular strange panel gaps or bits that are wider than other parts. So everything seems to be mounted quite well, really. This one is a bit narrower here at the bottom than it is at the top, but well, it's just a tiny bit really. So on the outside of the car, no strange things when it comes to panel gaps. Well, Robert asked me about the road noise as well, because in my videos it seems that the car is extremely quiet. I must say that when I edit the videos, of course I bring down the noise, and as you can see I have a microphone here which just catches my voice and filters out a lot of other noise. So, but the car is very quiet inside, and when the temperature outside was really cold, I did notice that the tires were making a bit more noise than they did on warmer days. But on average, the car is really quiet inside, and that makes it very comfortable and pleasant to drive. Marek asked me about the finishing inside. Is the materials they used, are they sensitive to scratching? Well, I've noticed no scratching, but like I mentioned earlier, the piano finish is a bit sensitive for greasy fingers. But other than that, the materials inside, most of them are soft and pleasant to touch, so no issues there. Andreas and Gorm has asked me the space between the 2 Isofix connectors. So that's really this space, and I will try to measure it for you live. So from here, from the center of this one till the center of this one, as you can see, is about 45 centimeters. So I hope that will help. Rory has asked me, can you fit a set of golf clubs and an electric trolley in the back without the seats down? Now, I must admit, I don't have it with me at the moment, so I will try to do that another time. I don't play golf, but I have a few friends who do, so when I visit them next time, I will try to fit in a set of golf clubs and perhaps an electric trolley. So Rory, I will try to get back to you on that one. Some people have asked me about the hitch ball, or so sorry for all the stuff in the back in the trunk, but my car has a button here for the towing bar, and when you touch that one, I will show you. It comes out. So, and then you can, of course, lock it, and when you press the button again, then it just, and then you have to kick it a bit, so, and then it's back in again. Next one is the seat adjustment. Okay, a lot of people ask me a question about the seats, and of course I have the first edition, not the Max, and so the adjustment of the seats of the driver's seat, this is for the height, of course, and this is for the backrest. But on the other side of the car, you will see that this seat cannot be adjusted, does not have height adjustment, but you can of course adjust the backrest. So I hope that answers your question. Frank has asked me, can you save personal settings on the key, like your seat, your lighting, radio stations, etc.? Well, not on this one. So I don't know about the Max really, if it's possible with the more expensive versions. But my version, the normal first, does not have that feature. A guy named Chip asked me about the paint and the degree of orange peel and other paint defects. Well, I haven't noticed any paint defects really. Of course, I really like this color that I chose. Other people might not like it. I don't care. But I'll try to do a close-up. I hope it works. But I'm not sure if this comes across very well, but paint is just, well, really nice, and I don't see any orange peel, or what you call it. I have witnessed that on other cars. I know what you mean. It's a kind of, it looks like there's some, that's not completely flat. Is that the correct phrase? But anyway, this car seems to be painted really nice. No complaints there. Okay, Alexander has asked me, how much can you fit in the trunk, like suitcases? Well, of course I have a lot of stuff in the back because I had to help a friend out with some jobs. But in the next video, in another video, I will try to show you how many suitcases you can fit inside the trunk. But well, it's quite large, and especially to Dutch standards. I know in the US people are used to driving larger cars even, but for European standards this is quite a big car. Siegbert has asked me, is there a feature that cleans the headlights? Well, on the first there isn't. On my previous car I had that feature, but as you can see, these are just the normal LED lights. They look really nice actually, but there's no cleaning of the headlights. So I'm sorry Siegbert, you have to do that yourself. Willy has asked me, is there a dashcam function available? And other people have asked me, is there some place where you can stick in a USB cable, but I haven't found it, to be honest. I'll try to look from the other side. No, there isn't one on this side. So, meaning that the people who want to install a dashcam in the car, you have to find another option. Of course, there are USB-C ports between the seats, but then of course you see a cable coming down and it's not very nice. But Erling has asked me, is there a 12-volt output in the car? And you can find one here. And let's see if there is another one in the front. And as you can see, there isn't one in the front. I don't smoke, so I don't miss it, to be honest. But well, could be situations where you need it, and of course in the trunk there's one that you can use, so that's okay. Kevin has asked me, well, make more views of the beautiful Dutch countryside. Okay, that is actually the reason, Kevin, why I chose this location, where you can see the windmill in the back. And especially for you, I will make a round turn for you to see. No hills, no mountains in the Netherlands, but lots of flat but beautiful countryside. And well, I hope you visit our beautiful country one day. You're welcome. Okay, William has asked me, would you recommend the heat pump because it's such a pricey extra? That is a difficult question, William, because it's not possible to measure the difference with or without a heat pump. I would have to use another car. When I ordered the car back in November 2020, I had to choose for this car. This was pretty much the only car available at that time, which they were able to deliver to me before the end of the year. And it was a car with a heat pump and a tow bar. So I'm happy with it. I think it does its work. If it saves some energy, okay, I think it's okay. And perhaps the resale value is a bit better, I don't know. But I will ask other owners how they, who have a car without a heat pump, if they have witnessed any heavy consumption or anything like that. But so I guess I'm happy with it. But I have to admit, it's a pricey extra. Martin has asked me, does your car have wireless charging? No, the first that I have does not have that feature. So you have to just plug in a cable into your phone, and the same goes for if you want to use Apple CarPlay. You have to plug in a cable because it doesn't work without. So I've noticed that there are some cars on the market, even cheaper cars, that have wireless Apple CarPlay or wireless charging even, but this Volkswagen, which is worth almost 50,000 euros, doesn't. So I don't know why, but it doesn't have it. Does it really bother me? No, but okay, would have been nice if it had the feature. Lillian has asked me, is it safe to charge the car when it's raining? My wall box, as you have perhaps seen in earlier videos, my wall box is mounted on the side of my house, and there's a very little rain coming onto the wall box. But I've witnessed last few weeks that of course there were raindrops on the cable, snow even, but I haven't had any problems with it. So don't take me to court if it goes wrong. But anyway, my experience is that it's is completely safe to charge outside. No problems there. Okay, Jade has asked me, how far is the boot latch off the ground? So I will show you. So here you can see that, well, it's more or less 74, 75 centimeters or so. So that's about the height you have to lift up the suitcase if you want to put it in the trunk. From Barry, Barry has asked me what cables come standard on the ID4. So over here in the Netherlands, as I've shown in an earlier video, there's a Type 2 cable as standard, fitted in the trunk, which is 5 meters and 70 centimeters long. So I've shown that in an earlier video about questions and answers. There are a few things that I want to mention that are a bit strange about the ID4. As you can see, it has 2 red dots here and 2 red dots for the heated steering wheel. Now, when I press this one time, you see it goes to 1 red dot. So that's the setting that I like. But when I press the steering wheel, it turns the heating off totally. So I have to press it again. Then it has 3, 2, 1. Why? I don't know. But still, that's one of those little strange things that I hope they will fix in the next software update. Another thing that I've had is that I had a rattle in the dashboard somewhere here below the steering wheel, but the dealer fixed that, so that was easy to fix apparently, and I'm happy that it's gone now. The car is now completely fine, no rattles, no squeaks, no nothing. So it's really quiet inside, and I like that. It's perfect build quality up till now. Another strange thing is, and I will try to show you. I have to step out of the car. So when you normally approach your car and you press the open the car button, you can see the mirrors moving. So that's normal. I'll close them again now. But when you do the same thing, when you approach your car and you press the open button and you open the door, then it hesitates. I don't know why. I'll show you again. I'll open the door or open the car, and it hesitates. Does it bother me? No. Is it strange? Yes. Well, perhaps one of you guys know why this is, and please tell me. If I forgot one or two, please forgive me. Don't hesitate to send your question again, and I will try to answer them as quickly as possible. And I'll see you next time.